First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer.
How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk. You know, briefly, when I started Tier Talk, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I started out in Haledon, New Jersey. I was working for a publication. I used to submit articles about corrections, and I remember somewhere around Christmas time, I thought I can maybe make a radio show about corrections, and this publication actually had a radio studio. So I wrote like a 2-page paper on why I felt the show was needed, because of course I had to make a proposal, and they took it. And the basics of the show was just about getting information out there, kind of letting the public know a little bit about the job. But also, I really wanted to get recognition for our brave men and women that work behind the wall. That's always been the goal, and that still is today. You know, that recognition, and then again, the knowledge. And I remember my very first guest was Gary Cornelius. And then, if I remember correctly, I believe it was like Keith Helwig, who was an author at the time. Gary York was number 3. And these are familiar faces to us because they have remained with me since that day, almost 4 or 5 years ago. And the network of friends I've made since then. Russ Hamilton comes on my show. A new face to the show you'll see a few times is William Young. Connie Eileen. You know, so across my time in this profession doing Tier Talk, I have made so many good connections. I have got onto the New Jersey chapter of the ACA. Now I'm in the National Medal of Honor for Correctional Officers. So Tier Talk has been a very big blessing for me. But there's something else that came out of it that I never expected. And I kind of overlooked it because I see it, but I just never really took it in. And my wife, she kind of got on me because she says, don't you notice that you get a lot of these comments on the board and you're not taking into account how powerful these comments are? And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I got a chance to go back through all my comments through Tier Talk. Now, guys, remember, Tier Talk is about us. It's a community that we have created. I could not do this without you. So you guys are part of this community. You guys are part of the interaction, the comments every day. So granted, when I say Tier Talk, I mean the community that we have developed in the course of time. Is that there are people coming onto our page, coming onto the YouTube channel, coming onto my Facebook page, coming onto my Facebook profile, that are trying to get into the profession. They're thirsty to come in. And our channel, and I'll say ours because it's a community we developed, I could not do without you, have motivated these people to come into the profession. They're interested, they're listening to our comments, they're taking advice that we have out there from the experienced professionals in the field. They're thanking me for the video content, and then they're telling me that my channel has motivated them to enter the profession of corrections. And it's humbling me. When my wife made me go back and check out the comments, guys, there's hundreds of these comments. That means that somewhere along the line, we as a community have brought hundreds of people, good people, qualified people, into this profession. So again, I'm humbled that they like my channel. I'm humbled that they say I'm a big piece of why they decided to get into this profession. But I also want to send a thank to you guys as well. Because if I didn't have this community, if I didn't have these interactions, we wouldn't have these people coming in. Because we have become a resource for them. And it was something unexpected, something I overlooked. But it truly does humble me. So I want to thank my wife for making sure I noticed those comments. Because again, I was so stuck on my mission of that recognition and that frontline voice, that sometimes there's stuff that comes along with that. But I was so myopic on the one. And it turns out there's been other blessings. And I think I'm going to start looking at the whole bigger picture, because I think I'm missing out on other blessings that have come my way. But again, thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Again, and for those that watch my channel, that motivates them to enter the field, I'm humbled. I truly am. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. God bless. Stay safe.